The coach made the tough decision to remove William from the team, unintentionally embarrassing him in front of everyone, unaware that William's dad happened to be the league commissioner. When the reality of the coach's concealed bias came to light, it left everyone in disbelief. What unfolded next will truly amaze you. Let's begin from the start. William Roberts, who proudly served as the captain of his high school basketball team and was recognized as one of the league's brightest talents, felt optimistic about his position in the upcoming season. His unique playing style and inspiring leadership had garnered attention from colleges, and his relentless dedication made him a well-loved figure among his peers. However, to Coach Bill Hudson, who held conservative and biased views, William was seen more as a challenge than a shining star. Hudson frequently reconned that the team should focus on stable and compliant players, a subtle nod towards white boys from wealthy backgrounds. During the last practice before the season roster was revealed, William pushed through a nasty cold just to avoid letting his team down. Although he was feeling under the weather, he made a few errors, which Coach Hudson seized upon without hesitation. "Do you really believe that just being popular will help you in games?" the coach bellowed, compelling the team to watch. As William struggled, the tension in the air escalated as Hudson openly questioned his commitment and dismissed William's performance as unsatisfactory. After practice, Hudson summoned William to his office. "I need players who are disciplined and not ones who think they can rise above the team. You're not a part of this roster anymore," the coach announced. Shocked, William sat there in silence. He had poured his heart into the team, only to find himself unceremoniously pushed aside. With no opportunity to speak up for himself, Hudson concluded the conversation with a chilling statement. "No one is irreplaceable, especially not you." Heartbroken, William made his way home. He tried his best to conceal his feelings from his parents, but his dad, Colin, quickly sensed that something was off. During dinner, Colin straightforwardly asked what was bothering him. William, fighting back tears, confessed that he had been cut from the team. "I just don't understand what I did wrong," he said. His mother attempted to console him, but Colin remained silent, deep in thought with his fists clenched. Later that evening, William began receiving messages from his classmates, including a recording of the practice. In it, the coach could be heard chatting about William with his assistant. "He doesn't quite mesh with our team. This place is meant for disciplined players, not those who think they're a big deal." The words carried an unmistakable bias. Colin, who wasn't just William's father but also the league commissioner, stayed up late watching the recording. Determined, he decided to take action but kept his plans under wraps, waiting for just the right moment. The next day at school, William noticed his teammates were giving him some space. Conversations would suddenly stop. As he got closer to one of his friends, Trevor whispered, "I'm really sorry, William, but you know how Hudson is with anyone who stands up to him. We're in a tough spot." William understood that his team felt too intimidated to stand up to the coach. The atmosphere was quite uncomfortable. Meanwhile, Coach Hudson worked diligently to spread his narrative. The school newspaper published a story where he hinted at William having personal issues, suggesting a lack of discipline. Parents of other players began to chatter, backing Hudson's decision. For the coach, this was a clever way to assert his authority and shift focus from his real intentions. William, eager to clear his name, approached the school principal to discuss the coach's decision. However, the principal simply shrugged it off, saying the team is the coach's responsibility. "I can't get involved." Feeling a bit down, William decided to share the recording from practice on social media, shining a light on Hudson's biased comments. The post gained attention, but it also stirred up some backlash from the coach's supporters, accusing William of causing unnecessary drama. Meanwhile, Colin quietly collected stories from other parents whose kids had faced challenges under Hudson's leadership. One parent shared that the coach had made some inappropriate recons in private chats. Colin realized this wasn't just a one-time thing, but part of a troubling pattern. At the same time, William found a wave of support from his community. His friends organized a scrimmage to highlight his talent and determination. The match drew a small crowd, and the video of Williams' outstanding performance went viral. Under the hashtag Justice for William, thousands of posts began pouring onto social media. Hudson, sensing the rising attention, called a meeting with the team's parents. "This situation is getting out of hand. We need to protect our reputation," he declared. He kept insisting that William was let go for disciplinary reasons, but provided no proof. Colin showed up at the meeting unexpectedly, keeping his identity as league commissioner a secret. He connected with Hudson and gently warned him, "You might want to think twice about what you say, Coach. The truth always finds a way to shine through." His words hit hard, like a surprise revelation. Parents exchanged nervous looks, and although Hudson tried to keep his cool, he seemed quite shaken. The atmosphere was incredibly tense. William recognized that this was bigger than his own situation. It had evolved into a quest for truth and fairness. Colin decided it was time to take action and not just sit back. He reached out to a colleague in the league to gather official records about Hudson's history, including any complaints from players and parents. It came to light that this wasn't the first time the coach had unfairly treated black athletes. Sadly, earlier incidents had been overlooked due to insufficient evidence. Colin used his influence to bring the matter to the attention of the school district, but he encountered some pushback. "We need a bit more time to look into this," the board chairman responded. Understanding that time was crucial, Colin organized a press conference at a local community center, promising to share the evidence he had gathered. This announcement sparked excitement and lively discussions on social media. Meanwhile, William emerged as a prominent advocate for justice. His video from this scrimmage under the hashtag Justice for William caught the eye of well-known sports bloggers and reporters. One of his posts received a comment from a former player of Hudson's team, who shared, "I can relate. Hudson cut me from the team because I wouldn't abide by his unfair rules." This ignited a wave of responses, with many other former players sharing their own similar experiences. The big breakthrough happened when one of Hudson's former assistants anonymously sent Colin a video recording. In it, Hudson spoke about the team lineup using overtly racist language. "Our team needs to be strong and reflect our image. No space for special players." Colin quickly uploaded the video online, and it took off like wildfire. The situation began to spiral out of Hudson's control. Parents who once stood by him now sought answers. The school administration is quickly gathering for an emergency meeting to chat about the recent issues. Hudson, feeling the heat, puts out a statement saying that his words were misunderstood and don't truly reflect what he meant. Sadly, the damage has been done and trust in him has faded. As the public outcry rises, William receives an invitation to speak at a city rally promoting equality in sports. At the event, he passionately shares his story. "They tried to hush me up, but this isn't just about basketball. It's about ensuring everyone gets a fair shot, no matter who they are." His heartfelt speech gets a warm round of applause, helping to spread his important message far and wide. The school shares the news that Hudson has been put on temporary suspension, but Colin knows this isn't quite enough. He gears up for one last push to ensure real accountability. The release of Hudson's RAS comments sparks a wave of anger. Parents who once supported the coach are now calling for his removal. The school administration organizes a public meeting to discuss the situation. Attendees include parents, students, and even journalists, activists, and community members. At the meeting, Hudson tries to defend himself. He claims that his words were taken out of context and suggests that Colin and William are on a personal mission against him. However, Colin stands tall like a league commissioner and presents more evidence. He shares letters and complaints from former players and parents, supporting the claims of the coach's unfair behavior. Witness statements bolster the case even further. Colin wraps up by saying, "This man not only goes against the spirit of sportsmanship, but also shakes our youth's trust in the system." After hours of passionate discussion, the school joyfully announces Hudson's immediate dismissal. The room fills with enthusiastic applause, and many parents kindly approach William to express their apologies for their earlier indifference. Meanwhile, Social media continues to cheer for the Roberts family, turning their story into a heartwarming symbol of standing up against injustice. The following day, William makes his way back to the gym where the team is excitedly holding its first practice with an interim coach. His former teammates come over with sincere apologies and a warm invitation to rejoin the team, but William has made a heartfelt decision. "I'll keep playing," he says with determination, "but not here. My future is beyond these walls." Hinting at his dream to pursue a college basketball career, his choice becomes a wonderful symbol of his growth and strong spirit. In the meantime, Colin receives a cheerful call from the president of the sports league, expressing gratitude for revealing the truth and sharing plans to reassess the hiring process for coaches. The league warmly invites Colin to lead a new ethics commission. The final scene unfolds at the delightful community festival, where William is lovingly honored with an award for his courage and resilience. Standing on stage, he warmly addresses the crowd. "This story isn't just about me. It's about all of us. It's about standing up and refusing to stay silent in the face of injustice." In the audience, he spots Colin and his mother beaming with pride. The story wraps up with William launching a heartfelt campaign advocating for equal opportunities in school sports. His voice resonates far beyond the borders of his small town, inspiring others to rise up for fairness and justice.